There are so many Optimus Primes on my desk. Hey everybody, Rocktimus Prime here, back with another video. Now we have a brand new camera, a whole new camera. But we're going to be doing, as per the title page, the Evolution box set from Orion Pax into Optimus Prime. Now obviously they're out of the box because I don't keep packaging of this grade. Mustache is itching my nose. With that out of the way, let's get on to the toys. So I guess we'll start off with the repaint. I mean, technically they're both repaints. This is the absolutely wonderful War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. And it feels so nice to have another go at this guy because this is like the third time we've gotten this mold. And it looks really nice in these more Optimus Prime-y colors. It is basically just the same thing as the War for Cybertron Prime, so if you have that guy, you have this guy. But overall, all the detail is still here. Like, when they reissued it, I thought they would strip it from all the internal details that it had. But they're all still there. Like, even down to the Autobot logo on his back. I don't know why that was a thing. His head will rotate side to side, and it is a nice blue with a nice sort of Krylon silver. His shoulders do rotate. They do get a little blocked by the back wheel kibble here, but you can fold it out of the way if you really want him to go all the way around. You can go out, but if you want it to go out farther, you do have to kind of play with the kibble to get him to go up proper. He does have a bicep swivel and a elbow bend and a wrist suck-in. You do have to kind of unfold the hip skirts to get at the ball joint in here, but once you do, it's a very nice little ball joint. He does have a thigh swivel and a double jointed knee, which is mainly for the transformation, but I love the fact that it's there. And the little feetsies are on ball joints, although they're very stiff on this version of the mold, and the toes can point, but that's mainly for transformation. This guy was not the reason I bought this set. The reason I bought this set was the cup mold repainted into Orion Pax. But this guy, he was a nice throw-in. I really dig the colors on him. A lot of people aren't a fan of it, but I think it's quite smashing. For comparison, here's the new boy, and here is the original fella. As you can see, this is much more Optimus Prime colors, more bright red and vibrant, whereas this is very much how he appeared in the game, aside from the black windows, because I painted those. Well, I painted them, I say. I colored them in with black Sharpie. Overall, I like this guy a little bit better than the old guy. Like, even the face on the new guy is so much more traditionally an Optimus Prime. Like, the faceplate and crest are much more of a Krylon silver, whereas this guy had much more of a muted paint scheme. It feels more like a substantial toy. Now, this is one of the better Optimus Prime molds in my opinion. I really like the way he looked in the game. And he just looks really cool in the new Optimus Prime colors. This is Orion Pax, the main draw for me from this set. Now, like I said, I didn't actually mind the War for Cybertron Prime. I actually really enjoy him. So this was kind of a set that I was gonna buy anyway. But thanks to the efforts of one Don, the Headmaster Ferguson, I was able to purchase this set off Amazon for about $30. By the way, link down below to the Amazon. I think they still have a few left. So anyway, this is Orion Pax, and he is a remold of the cup mold that we got from Titan's Return. I really like it. I think it's really cool. I love how they did a redo of the Orion Pax. Now, I do have a problem where my hips on mine are really loose, so maybe a little bit of floor polish later tonight, I think. Yes. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Beast Wars. This is my first foray, I think that's how you say it, into the cup mold, and it is surprisingly good. There are a couple things that are a little, but that's just because of the paint in most places. Like the paint on the sculpting down here is a little bit mushy, like it runs in some places. It's not as crisp as I feel like it should be, for as much as this 2-pack was when it first came out. For $30, I'll take him, and I'll take the repainted Optimus Prime. Getting in close here so you can see the actual figure, I love the, like, Autobot science crest here on his chest. I think that's amazing. You do have some yellow tampografts here on his shoulders The head is very nice, more of that nice Krylon silver. A nice clear chesticle with more yellow details, as you can see. Very Optimus Prime, but very cool. I do like the way that these form up when they transform. This is kind of like a Alpha Trion, like purple. It's coming off a little bit more blue on camera. This guy is definitely a highlight. So for some accessories, starting off here with War for Cybertron Prime's little flip-out gun. Yes, this mold does come with it, which is good because I actually lost the other one. But it's a much more blue gun, and it actually holds together really well. Like, the spring is fine. It doesn't flick itself apart unless you want to, and you just flick the little ammo clip and you have Prime's rifle. I never really realized how much the front looks sort of like a Halo gun. Anybody else seeing that? No? Okay. And now for Orion Pax. He comes with his Noodle, which is just a little headmaster dude, and the face is painted but nothing else is. You got the nice face on the backpack, but he's tiny. The only other accessory he comes packing are those two blasters. Now, this is them in their combined form. So this is them split apart. Pew, 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 pew. I don't understand why a scientist comes with gun. What is he, the new age Star Trek? Is that kind of science? For storage, he does have two little plugs on his back that you can fit the plugged guns into to make sort of a jetpack. And this is how I have it. But articulation on this guy, his head is the standard Titan Master head, so it will rotate, and it will slightly look up and down, but only that degree. His shoulders are on a ball joint, so they will go all the way around, in and out. They're a little bit particular going in and out because of the way that this is sculpted. You have a bicep swivel, which is very tight on my version. A double jointed elbow, which is awesome, and outward wrist movement. This is like the Sims I need to pee mode. He has a waist swivel, which again is kind of loose on mine. Legs are on ball joints. They go back that far, go forward that far. They have a single knee joint, and the toes can point. The only thing that I can compare him to is the Generations Orion Pax that came out a couple years ago. Now, as you can see, they basically nailed all of the cues to Optimus Prime in both of these modes. And then somehow he gets even smaller and loses his headmaster ability and becomes Optimus Prime. So, for some size comparisons for Orion Pax, here he is, and here is the Classics Optimus Prime mold, the Deluxe Armada mold, the Deluxe Super Inca Optimus Prime, or Convoy, and finally, the Floptimus Prime.
When your hopes have all been shattered, there's nowhere to turn. Wonder how you keep going. Think of all the things that really mattered, the chances you've earned. The fire in your heart is growing. You can fly if you try, leaving the past behind. Heaven only knows what you might find. Dare believe you can survive. You want the future in your head.
And here he is in his very cup-like vehicle mode. I don't believe we ever saw Orion Pax in vehicle mode. I would imagine Orion Pax would kind of transform into something similar. He does have these absurd ports all over him, so I guess you could plug in the guns on the side. Oh look, he's got smokestacks! But where they're really meant to go is on the back here, on these platforms. So what you do is you peg the guns into those two ports there, like thus. Grab some headmasters. Sorry, Titan Masters. And you can have like an artillery platform thing? Why not? But in this mode, you can start to see a few of the problems that I have with this mold. The tires, they roll fine in concept, like that was really nice. But as soon as you plop him down on a surface to roll, ugh. Also, this front section on mine really needed another coat of paint. Right along in here, there's really bad paint. It's just really, really bad. Like it wasn't dried completely when they put it on there. Speaking to the transformation, I love the way that the thighs fold out into the vehicle. I absolutely love that. Now, the only other version we saw that did that was this guy right here. This is the Generations version. And he and him are very similar in terms of their thighs making most of their vehicle sides and just their overall coolness. Now here's the other guy. This is Optimus Prime from the War for Cybertron. I almost said Fall for Cybertron again. The War for Cybertron game. And I really do enjoy the way this vehicle mode looks. It's very G1 referential in the paint. Also, it feels a lot smoother than the mold that came out previously, also known as this guy. Now this feels it feels smoother on this guy. I don't know why. This mold came out in 2009, so maybe it's not holding up that well, but I don't have any problems with him. I have more problems with the new mold cup than I do with this one. Go figure. But it is just your War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, and I don't mind that fact at all. Focusing more on Orion Pax here, because he is obviously the draw of this set. I really do like the paint on this guy. The purple, the lilac things back here are really cool. I love the Autobot symbols. They're like an Autobot science symbol. It's really cool. There's one here, one on the hood roof thing, and one on the other arm. One problem I do have with the build of the figure is the back end seems to like to spring apart. So if I try to push it together, it'll stay like that for a while. But then if I'm messing with it or, showing it off to a camera, it'll all of a sudden pop. And now it's time for some size comparisons while he's in vehicle mode. Here he is, and here is Armada Deluxe Optimus, Classics Optimus, Super Ink Convoy, War for Cybertron Optimus, Floptimus, and here we have Buster Prime. Buster Prime will get his own review in a moment. So the Evolution Pack, is it worth it? I'd say yes. This box set is awesome. I'm not sure if it's Generations or if it's Movie or if it's Titan's Return, I don't know. It is rather awesome, and I do enjoy it. I love the reuse of War for Cybertron Prime in the more Prime style colors, and this guy is pretty cool aside from the loose hips and other issues that I have with him. So, but other than that, I think this is a wonderful little set, and it is not going anywhere, so thank you very much. Anyway, guys, that's about all I can say. This has been Rocktimus Prime with the Evolution Pack of Orion Pax and Cybertron Optimus Prime. Hoping you guys have a good day, good night, whenever you're watching this. Take care, guys.